What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are doing a massive unboxing. I asked you guys on the community tab what you guys wanted to see. I'm super behind on videos, so I said one massive unboxing or a few, well, more than a few, probably like 6 or 7, multiple unboxings of geckos. There's going to be some crazy stuff, some stuff that you guys don't even know that I have. I'm getting into a few other types of geckos, so make sure you guys stick around for the entire thing. We even made a trade with David from Tiki's Geckos. I gave him one of my Chips females, and he gave me a male from Chester line. It was a Chester daughter, but you guys will see all that later on in the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Today we are doing an unboxing of some very beautiful geckos. They're the first ones I've gotten of this morph. Never had it before. Well, that's not true. Technically I have a, well, you guys will see. Let me open it up and then I'll explain. So these two ready to breed girls are from Utopia Geckos. I'm wasting no time today. We're just gonna get in there and get these guys opened up. Oh, let me just get this. What does this say? Okay, let me look at these stickers real quick. Nice little stickers. Oh, this one's a boy. Packing. This one's a girl. Not packing. Boy, packing. Anyway. Okay, so this one is Red Rock, I believe. Yeah, okay. So we got two females. This one is Red Rock. She is a lily white. So technically the first lily white I've gotten, even though I do have fraps, so technically those are lily white too, but the first just plain lily white. She's got nice head structure, nice head, very cute girl. She's got a lot of yellow on her for the lily white, which is pretty cool. Got quite a few ideas for pairings for this girl for this, well, this year and upcoming years. She's going to be going hard in the breeding category for me. I'll get her out in a minute and show you guys. And then this is Decadent. Well, you can't even see her really, she's upside down. But that's what a lily white's belly looks like. Let me see if I can get her to flip around or move. She just would rather be upside down, I guess. She was born in 2019. Alright, so I'll show you guys her in a second, but she's upside down. So I'm gonna get their quarantine tanks ready and then I will grab her out. Alright, so I'm gonna show you Decadent first. I don't think I'm gonna keep these names. I think I might change them. Not the biggest fan of the names, but very, very beautiful geckos. Obviously red tricolor lily. She's beautiful. I don't want to freak her out, so I'm going to get her into her tank. Alright, now this is Red Rock. Again, I don't want to freak them out, so I'm just going to get them out for a second, show them, and then get them into their quarantine home. Very beautiful geckos. I love the yellow on these lily whites. I think those are so nice. Very, very pretty. Alright, I'm gonna put her down in her quarantine home and I'll show you guys more footage after she acclimates and gets settled in for the next week. We got a new gecko. I'm gonna open it real quick, that way we can stop the blurry screen. But I wanted to add an extra male because I don't have a bunch of males, especially in the category of the gecko that we got. Gecko Barons is where I got this gecko from. Like I said, it's a male and he's very cool. And I wanted to, like I said, add another male because I don't have a bunch of males. especially like this. His name is El Dorado. Nice, beautiful tricolor. Look at his head. Look at how massive his head is, literally. That thing is floppy. And he took a few poops, but that's okay. I'll forgive him. Look at how big and massive his head is. That was literally the main reason why I wanted to get him. Massive, massive head. So let me get him out and I will show you guys this dude. You guys can see right there. Look how big and floppy his freaking head is. That is insane. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for structure, so I really need my geckos to have good structure. And that head, look how floppy that is. That is an insane head. That's what you want in head structure of a gecko. You want it to flop down, nice big floppy head. I mean, that is insane. This is literally why I got him. Structure, structure, structure. Wow. That is one of the floppiest heads I've seen, especially in my collection. I've got quite a few that have really good head structure, but I mean, that's top tier. And for the price I got him at, to add that kind of structure, I could not pass it up. Look at that head. Insane. Super cool gecko. Thank you to Gecko Barons. It was nice, quick, and easy. Highly recommend. Very good pricing too, like I said. Oh, his nails are really digging into my finger. Got some nails on you, dude. Man. I'll get some more shots of him, obviously, for you guys, but this is a nice little quick unboxing. Who doesn't love a little quickie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys can see right there how big and massive his head is. It flops all the way down. Let me see if I can show you guys from behind. Yeah, look at that. Do you see how it goes down here and down there, and it just is like a big upside down U? Yeah, that is some insane structure. That's what you want. You don't want it to be a U like that. That is not good structure. This, supreme structure. So beautiful tricolor. Very excited to add this boy, who's ready to breed, obviously. Big old boy. Alright, to start the unboxing, we're gonna do this in the car because this gecko has been traveling for 2 days. So I want to double check and make sure that it's okay, and then I will show you guys more when I get home. This is where I got the gecko from, Buy Geckos. We made a little nice trade. Ended up giving up some stuff and got this beautiful guy. I just want to double check and make sure he's safe and okay. Hopefully he is. Yeah, he looks alive and well. Deadpool line Gargoyle gecko. He is alive and well. Oh my goodness. I'll show you guys better at home, but I'm gonna go fly home and get him home so he can get some drinks because I'm sure he's a little bit dehydrated. So I'm gonna fly home and I will show you guys more when I get home. All right, so since he was shipping for 2 days, the most important thing to me is hydration. So I'm gonna make sure he's got food. I'm gonna make sure he's got water. I'm gonna make sure he, especially his head, gets sprayed. A little bit nervous. I hate when geckos get in delay. Obviously, I know he was just fine when I checked him, but you know, just makes me nervous when geckos are delayed like that. It's frustrating. So we got a Deadpool line male. Dude, this thing is so nice. Like, you guys, this thing is extremely nice. He came from a Deadpool daughter, so he's a Deadpool grandson. I'm gonna get him in the tank and I will show you guys more in the upcoming days. All right. It is time for yet another unboxing. This one is from Altitude Exotics, my very first gecko from him. And the reason why I got this one is because, as you guys know, or as I've been trying to tell you, I am diversifying my projects. So I'm trying to get stuff from a bunch of different people, kind of spread out what I have as well. So I just cracked this open. Let me see what all this is. These are cool. Very cool. Those are sick. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, sweet. I'm gonna put that over there. Got a sticker. It's a great sticker, honestly. That's exactly how they jump. All right, so I'm very excited to unbox this girl. It is a girl, and she's basically ready to breed. And a bunch of free peanuts. No, I'm just playing. Okay. What is that? Look at this little dinosaur. That's sweet. All right, this is our new girl. I'll grab her out in 1 second and show you guys. Here is another dinosaur. The bottom of the box. Beautiful. So this girl is a yellow pinstripe. A little chilly, but doing well. She is basically ready to go. Nice and thick girl, very beautiful. She's definitely on the move. She's trying to move around a lot. Let me show you guys her. She is definitely a very thick gecko. She's been traveling, so I don't want to keep her. I'll obviously show you guys more of her after she's been in quarantine and here with me for a week or so. Obviously I quarantine for longer than that, but I like to give them a week just to chill. That's not just what I recommend, it's what I actually do. But very beautiful yellow pinstripe, and I cannot wait to use her in my upcoming projects this year. Okay, so now we're going to take a quick break so I can show you guys my Eurydactylodes VRD that I just hatched. If you guys don't know, I also breed chameleon geckos as well as crested and leachies and gargs, but you'll see that later on in the video. But I just wanted to show you guys one of the Eurys that just hatched. They are so freaking cute and such cool pets. The cool thing is they stay very, very small, but they're very handleable. Just when they first hatch, they are so freaking tiny. You can even see the skin coming off for its first shed already. Also, I wanted to show you guys one of the crested geckos that hatched out. This is a chips and bombshell one, so very, very good lineage and high expectations for this. I can already see some big spots, and it just hatched, so I'm very, very excited. If you guys want any geckos from me ever, Morph Market, Palm Street, all of the things, also follow me on Instagram so you guys don't miss out. I sometimes do special deals on there as well. So just wanted to show you guys some hatchlings before we move on to the next unboxing. This is that same gecko a day or two later, so you can already see fresh baby hatchling, nice head, a bunch of spots, high potential. But let's get going with the unboxing. Okay, so we've got a cool unboxing today, something I don't normally unbox because I don't have very many of them, and we're doing it in a different setup today. So let me know how you guys like the new setup, and if you'd like me to do unboxings like this in the future, or this way in the future, and I will keep going with that. But we are going to start with this box. We have 4 boxes in total today that I just went and picked up. 3 of them are from Gecko Barons. And then I'll tell you in a minute who the last one is from. Like I said, this one's from Gecko Barons. Well, 3 of them are from Gecko Barons. All right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Kind of tip it. Oh, a little sneak peek. I won't give you the whole shot yet, but we will start with this one. I think this one has 3, so these are probably the smaller 3. Where did that go? Yeah, so these are probably the smaller 3. Put that back there. We got some gargs. Very cool. Obviously, you guys know me. I'll get these out later and show you guys at some point. Oh, there's a little poop ski right there. I'm not going to get them all out, especially because that one pooped, so I don't want to get that all you know, on my hands or anything, so I'm gonna wait. Obviously I'll show you guys some overlays and stuff after the fact of like a week and letting them settle in, but we're just gonna quickly show you them now. Very beautiful. All right, next up we have, oh my goodness, you got some poop on the lid, but this one's very cool as well. Another Garg. Today is the unboxing of Gargs. I don't really have very many. Well, I didn't have very many, now I do. Very beautiful. I love the black stripes on this one, the big black stripe going down. And then these wavy pattern ones on the side, very cool. See if I can get a better shot. Oh, very nice. Alright, last one for this box, and then we'll move on to the next box. This one's really cute too. Look at this one. Very, very cool. I like, you can't even see it really with this lid on, so let me take this off. But look at that big black spot on its head. That's pretty cool. Very unique, very odd, but very cool. Like I said, obviously I'll give you guys better footage once they're acclimated and everything. Alright, that was box number 1. Let me take care of this now. We are going to save the best, or what I think is going to be the best, for last today. This one is number 2. This one feels noticeably heavier than the first one. I'm not even going to lie. I think these ones are much bigger. Alright, now we are getting into the next box. Another face pack. Oh my goodness. Okay, these are 2 of... I have 3 that I'm most excited for today. These 2 are probably the 2nd and 3rd ranked. Not the best one, but super, super cool. Look at this one. A black and white Garg with really thick white striping, but there's a little bit of red in there too, but crazy, crazy cool. I wanted to get some Gargs that were unique and not the same as everything else and everything else out there. So I mean, that is pretty freaking cool. Wow, yeah, that's very cool. And then we've got another one that's very similar, if not identical. I'm assuming these are related, possibly siblings, because I mean, they look pretty much the exact same. But super, super cool. This one's really, really nice. I like this one a lot. Look at that. Yeah, that's sweet. So yeah, I'm going to be starting to produce a lot more Gargs. And I'm not a Garg expert by any means. I feel like I know a lot of like the different traits or whatever you want to call them. But if you guys have any idea of what a lot of these are, just do a timestamp and then let me know. That would be sweet. But yeah, very cool. The other thing I like about Gargs and why they get their name is those big horns. It's hard to see on right here, but you guys can see those big horns. Super cool. See a little bit better from the front. Yeah, look at those horns. That's so freaking cool right there. That's awesome. So I'm going to put them in their temporary quarantine home, and then I'm going to grab the 3rd box out of the 4 boxes we are going to be unboxing. You guys, look at the horns on this one. That's crazy. This one's got even bigger horns than the last one. Look at those. Oh yeah, you can see them right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's sweet. These are awesome. And this is not stuff that everybody has to my knowledge, because like those big white stripes and not a lot of red, that's pretty freaking sweet. Alright, so that was a really cool box. Those are very awesome, and I'm very excited for those two. I believe they're both girls, but I'm not going to inspect right now. I'm going to wait until they obviously calm down a little bit. I don't want to freak them out too much. And then this is the last box from Gecko Barons, and there's two more in here. Can't remember which two these two are, but we are about to open those right now. Alright, so this is the third and final box, like I said, from Gecko Barons. I believe there should be two in here, like I said. Oh yeah. Oh, this one's real little. Oh, this one's very nice. Look at the colors on that one. Let me tilt this down a little bit. Oh, we got a runner. Very pretty. I like this one a lot. Like how it's got the black line going all the way through the tail too. That's pretty sweet. Alright, last one from Gecko Barons. As you can tell, we got a crap ton of guards. This is another bigger one. Who's hiding? So we got a paper towel roll, or paper towel sheet. Just kidding. This one's very pretty too. Kind of a little bit more basic. Yeah, sorry, I just called you basic. Obviously, like I said, I'll show you guys more of these as they get used to me and clear quarantine and all that, and in the next week or so. But very cute, very cool. I'm gonna get this one in the quarantine tank, and then I'm gonna show you the best Garg that we got. I'm gonna spoil it. It is another Garg, but the best Garg we got a female for a male that I already have that I have not showed you yet. So I'm gonna be showing you the male. I have so many geckos to show you, so many unboxings to show you guys. I just haven't shown you yet. So yeah, let me put this one away, and then I'll show you best for last. I saw an auction ending very soon, and it was literally a perfect match and unrelated to the male Garg that I got. And I said, oh, this female, not ready to breed yet. These guys will be going sometime next year, but very, very nice. These two I think are going to make some high quality Gargs. Red stripe Gargs, I should say, too. All right, let's get in here. I like that. It's a smart idea. More styrofoam. The heat pack is right there. All right, let me just move this over a little bit so I have a little bit more space. Can't really see her, so I'm gonna pop the lid. Oh, look at her. I cannot believe I got the price that I did for this girl. She is insane. Let me tilt this down a little bit to get some better angles. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how beautiful that girl is right there. She is going to be a perfect match, like I said, for the male that we got. Maybe if you guys are lucky, I'll throw up a picture right now. This girl is crazy. Since she's the last one, I will actually get her out and touch her. I'm actually going to touch her and get her out to show you guys, because oh my goodness. Come here, girl. Oh, look at that, you guys. Holy cow. That is crazy. When you guys see the male with her, like, they're about to make some fire babies. Yeah, that is a crazy nice gargoyle gecko. Look at that red stripe. And like I said, completely unrelated from the boy that I got. So I'm extremely excited. Oh, she's about to bite me. Oh, she's pissed. Oh well. Look at her though. Holy crap. crap. All right, I'm putting her in her quarantine tank. She's not happy with me and she keeps running. So she's going in her quarantine tank. She is phenomenal. I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little quick unboxing of all these Gargs. I am going to be adding a lot of Gargs to my breeding collection, so be on the lookout for those. Alright, so I ended up making a trade with Tiki's Geckos, and I gave him one of my Chips females, and he sent me this boy from, I believe, this is a grandkid of Chester. Need to get lineage from David still, but just to double check. Alright, so we are opening this up. I'm going to be pairing this guy, whenever he hits weight, to two of my females. One is a Chips offspring, and one is a Damn Daniel line offspring. Obviously, you guys already know Tiki's Geckos, I'm sure. You guys probably saw my massive unboxing from Tiki's the other day. Alright, here we go. I don't want to put this everywhere. Let me just grab this out. Okay. Wow. What a freaking stud. He's nice. Look at that big old spot too. Yeah, what a stud. Let me get him out and I'll show you guys in 1 second. So if you guys didn't know, I haven't really been adding to my Dale projects. If anything, I've been refining them and making them smaller. That's what I did this year. So I've only got the best of the best breeding for this year. And I'm getting ready for future upcoming seasons, pretty much next season. This guy's going to be a big part of it, along with my other Dales that I kept that I know make nice stuff. So the Dales are going to be sweet, and I have a bunch of other projects, so super excited. Yeah, this guy is a stud. Yeah, this guy is so cool. Look at how big those spots are. This is going to go perfect with my Chip stuff and the Damn Daniel stuff. Look at the size of that Dale spot on his sack. That is the coolest thing, dude. That one is huge too. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'll obviously show you guys more after he's getting a little bit acclimated over the next week or so. Alright guys, so I'm going to be unboxing something very cool. I would like to make a note before I started. My temperatures last night were in the low to mid 40s. Based on the look of the box, there was no heat pack used. I don't feel a heat pack. And there was holes punched in every single side. That really makes me nervous, because if you have temperatures in the 40s, you should always use a heat pack and use a bigger box than a 776 or whatever size this one is. It looks about that size. So I'm already a little bit nervous because this should have had a heat pack. On top of that, having that many holes in there is like, I don't know. We'll see how they're doing, but not happy already just to start. So I was gonna tell you guys who I got these from. I'm not going to. I don't want to like dog on somebody, but like there's a way to ship live animals and living things, and there's also a way not to ship live animals and living things. And I'm not a big fan of people that couldn't spend the extra $3 or $4 on a bigger box and the extra $1 or $2 on a heat pack. Like, you're shipping a live animal, the temperatures are that low, especially when you're in the same state, so you know exactly how cold it's about to be. I don't get it. I really don't, but whatever. We will see. Hopefully these guys made it. And again, I'm not trying to be any type of way, but I take shipping reptiles and animals very seriously, and yeah, just not thrilled with people that don't use a heat pack when it's needed. So yeah, let's hope that these two are okay. So right off the bat, you see this one. I do want to say, if you guys know my relatively well-known gecko that makes crazy babies. Her name is Chips, and these are two of her sisters. So I wanted to get more Chips blood, essentially. Looks like this one has a tail nip. I did not know that, so that's something as well. But anyway, I'm gonna try to not be feeling some type of way. Anyway, this is the bigger Chip's sister. She's about 30 grams or so. You guys can see kind of what runs in the family. Very, very pretty girl. I don't know if you can see belly spots. So this one was born 8/3/24. It's about 30 grams. I'll show you more of this one in a second. Let me show you the other one. This one is smaller, but I like this one a little bit better because I think it's got a little bit more potential. But again, this is another Chip sister. This one even kind of looks a little bit like Chips. Wow, these paper towels are freezing cold and they're soaking wet. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. So hopefully these guys don't have any issues, but extremely cute. You guys can tell that this is a Chip sister. It looks very similar to Chips. Yeah, these guys are very lethargic. You see them not wanting to really move very much. Yeah, I don't want to stress them out because that could just make everything worse. So I'm going to put this one in its tank, and then I will grab out the other one and show you that one next. Would like to note that this one has some sort of bump on its nose, like a like it's rubbed raw or something. I don't know what that's about. I didn't know that was on there. Little bit frustrating. So because of, you know, all this and the whole shipping stuff, I am going to, the very next video I make will be on how to ship crested geckos, or pretty much any geckos for that matter, because it's bothering me that people that have been in the hobby longer than me do not ship with heat packs and don't know how to ship reptiles correctly. It's insane to me, and it's very frustrating. This is a life. They need to be valued as a life and taken care of, you know. That's my opinion. So this one's a little bit more lively than the other one. Like I said, direct sister to Chips, so you guys can see kind of the spots running the lines, and that was what I was going for. So yeah, very cute. I did not know this one had a tail nip, so that's frustrating. I feel like that should have been mentioned, but I don't really want to dog on this person, so I'm not going to sit there and tell you guys who it was. But yeah, I will be sending them a message right now asking why they did not use the heat pack, and I will show you guys more of these guys once they are acclimated and I know that they're doing okay. So yeah, frustrating, but they're okay right now, so that's good. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave me a like, share, leave me a bunch of name ideas down in the comments. Obviously one name per comment, because, you know, helps the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.